We all know the type. That person who's always a great listener, who diffuses conflict with a single sentence, and who seems to read people like an open book. Having high emotional intelligence feels like a social superpower, doesn't it? But here's the strange reality. In the real world, these same individuals are often the ones who struggle the most to maintain a romantic relationship. Why does the perfect partner on paper have such a hard time finding love in practice? If you feel like you understand everyone, but nobody truly understands you, let me tell you right now, it's not your fault. Today, we're going to uncover why your greatest virtue might secretly be the very thing pushing people away. The first reason is something we call hyperperception. While most people dive into relationships fueled by raw emotion, you walk in with a high-fidelity radar turned on. You notice the slightest shift in a tone of voice, a subtle look away, or that hidden insecurity the other person hasn't even admitted to themselves yet. This creates a high-precision filter. You see the problems long before they actually happen. Where others see charm, you see a defense mechanism. Where others see mystery, you see emotional unavailability. But here's where the new problem begins. By identifying so many flaws and patterns so quickly, you might end up retreating into a fortress of unreachable standards. You understand the why behind human behavior so well that you end up falling in love with someone's potential rather than who they actually are today. You become a therapist before you become a partner. This is where we enter dangerous territory. Because you are so empathetic, you find yourself justifying your partner's flaws. You think, they didn't mean to be cold to me, they just had a difficult childhood. The problem is that understanding someone's trauma is not the same as being loved by them. Often you end up accepting much less than you deserve because your emotional intelligence gives you the capacity to forgive the unforgivable. Your empathy becomes a trap, keeping you tethered to people who haven't done their own healing work yet. By the way, if you've ever felt like you were carrying the entire emotional weight of a relationship alone, share your story in the comments. Sometimes reading that someone else has walked the same path helps us realize we aren't going crazy. But the loop continues. If the problem is that you understand others too much, why does it feel like you're the least understood person in the room? Emotionally intelligent people are often terrified of appearing unstable. Since you know how to manage your feelings so well, you end up filtering everything you say to avoid overwhelming your partner. You communicate your needs so polished, so logical, and so calmly that the other person might not even realize you're actually hurting. The truth is, real intimacy requires a bit of messiness. If you are always in control, you never allow the other person to take care of you. You become the unshakable pillar, but pillars don't get hugged, they just hold up the roof. This creates a cycle of silent exhaustion. You hope that by being so attentive to others, someone will eventually notice your fatigue without you having to ask. But unfortunately, not everyone has the same radar you do. Having high emotional intelligence isn't a mistake, but it does require a difficult lesson, learning when to turn off the analysis and simply be. Love requires letting your guard down, even when your brain has already predicted every possible risk. However, the most curious part is that even when we perfectly understand what's happening to us, we still make decisions that sabotage our own happiness. It's as if there's a glitch in our operating system that pushes us toward the wrong choices, even when we know better. Why does our mind seem to work against us at the most critical moments? That is exactly the mystery we're solving next, why our brains are our own worst enemy when it comes to decision-making. To understand how your mind tricks you and how to take back control, click on the video appearing on your screen right now. I'll see you there.